Hello, good people of YouTube. Mountbatten here, and today we're going to be talking about a topic which has cropped up again in World of Warships, especially with some recent developments, and that is the game pay to win? I'm just going to say right off the top, right off the bat, I do not think this game is pay to win. And if that's all you were here for, well, thanks for watching the whole 20 seconds that it took me to say that. But please like the video and subscribe. We're on our way to 4,000 subscribers. Anyway, I am going to explain my thoughts more in this video because obviously this video is longer than 20 seconds long. So we're going to go ahead and dive right into that. So the reason this is cropping up yet again is because of something called the Naval Training Center, or now I think it's called Bureau of Research. I'm sure that'll change again before it comes out. Now, for those of you that don't know, although I'm pretty sure most of you know, but for those that don't, the Naval Training Center was kind of an in-game thing for those World of Warships players who had literally done everything in the game. They've gone down every single tech line. They've unlocked, every single destroyer, cruiser, aircraft carrier, battleship that they have wanted, and there's nothing left for them to do. I mean, you can only play a game so much before you run out of things to do on it, even with the constant addition of new premiums and tech line ships. So the Naval Training Center, in its original form, after you and this is kind of really, I certainly wouldn't do this, but the way it works is that after you have grinded up to a tier 10 line, if you wished to unlock a boost for your ship or improved upgrade or whatever they called it, you would have to reset a tier 10 line and grind it back up to that tier 10 again and again and again and again in order to unlock an improvement for that ship. The example I gave in my original Naval Training Center video was that of the Kurfürst. If I want to unlock an upgrade for the Kurfürst, I have to reset my Hindenburg and grind up the German cruiser line 6 times in order to unlock a fully maxed out boosted Kurfürst, because there were, I believe, three improvements you could get for the ships, and you would earn this currency by resetting a line and grinding back up to the tier 10 in it, and it would take about 6 times to fully deck out a ship. Now obviously this drew much criticism from the entire community before it wasn't announced for even a week, and they had already Wargaming announced that they are changing it now. So obviously that went south, because what's the point of grinding to a tier 10 if this dude who's regrinded the line 6 times has a tier 10 with some huge advantages to it, and it's just not fair. And thankfully Wargaming listened and changed it, and now it has reborn itself as the Bureau of Research, which now, instead of grinding for upgrades, you grind for ships. The Colbert and the Ohio are 2 tier 10 premium ships that you can earn via the Bureau of Research. And the thing about this is, from my understanding, and again, this could change the day this video is released because of how much Wargaming's been bouncing around with this Naval Training Center thing, is that you can use free XP to shorten this journey. Now I say shorten because you would have to have enough free XP to grind up 6 tier 10 lines in order to get these ships. That's how much free XP you would need. You need upwards of, oh lord, 10, 15, 20 million free XP if you were to do this whole thing without regrinding a tier 10 line. It's an insane amount of free XP. I guess you would only need about 6 or 7, 8 million. I'm trying to remember, because I've had to free XP up through a line before, because I do ship reviews. So like when the Russian battleship line came out, I think I used about 1.5, 1.6 million free XP. So yeah, you need about 9 to 10 million free XP, which some people have enough ship XP for that. But You can, of course, convert that to free XP via doubloons, and that's what people say it's pay to win because these ships are really powerful and such, and they're OP, yada yada yada. Well, yes, you can do that, but that segues quite nicely into the next topic I want to talk about, is that a lot of these ships that people say are OP premiums, they're not really that OP. They usually have quite the weakness to them. People just don't realize it until they've played it. I've complained about many a ship before that I haven't played, and then I play it and I understand that it is not as powerful as I thought it was, such as the Wooster and the Harugamo. You can go back and see many a video about me talking about how I really don't like these ships. But once I unlocked them and played them, I understood that they're not that powerful. And the same goes for one ship that I know probably get mentioned a lot, and that is the Stalingrad. I know everyone likes to say how, Russian bias and balance the Stalingrad is. It's actually quite balanced because it has one very, very huge weakness. There we go. That's right, sides are made out of paper mache. You cannot show any broadside in this ship or you will get deleted quite harshly. And, I mean, those of you that watch this channel, you've seen me make that mistake plenty of time and get caught at my sides, and, well, bye-bye Stalingrad. It's not that crazy. Now, I will give you this, there are 3 ships in this game that are rather quite OP.
Why is it, when something happens, it is always you 3?
Believe me, Professor, I've been asking myself the same question for 6 years.
But they, however, aren't available anymore. They're only available through super container drops. And at Christmas, if you buy a Santa container, you have I think it's 2% chance of getting a ship. And then there's this huge list of ships that the game randomly selects from. I mean, I bought a ton of them, and I actually got 2 of the ships. But I literally bought $600 worth of containers because I was trying to get the Missouri. And, well, I went a little overboard. So there's that. But the Ohio and the Colbert, they have their weaknesses as well. And plus, keep in mind, the sheer grind that you have to go through to get these ships. It's not like the Stalingrad where it's just, you have to accumulate so much steel over time. You have to regrind a whole line 6 times to get these ships. That's a bit of a tall order, even for someone like me who plays a lot of World of Warships, because quite frankly, each line has that ship, and that ship is what I mean when I say that ship. There's a ship in the line that's just, most of the community agrees it's kind of a crappy ship, but you have to go through it because, well, it's part of the line. For the American line, it's the Colorado. For the German line, it's the FDG. For the I'm talking battleships here. For the Japanese, it's definitely the Izumo. And for the Brits, definitely the Monarch. And French, the Richelieu. Every line has its little not so shiny ship. Now, some people love these ships. More power to them. And yes, some of these ships have gotten better, but still, they're usually subpar for the line. On the Russians, it's the Vladivostok, by the way. No, I'm sorry, not the Vladivostok. The Sovietsky Soyuz. That thing's got great armor, but its guns couldn't hit the broadside of a barn from within the barn. And that really deters me, because I don't want to grind through the Izumo 6 more times. I'm sorry, I don't. And yes, I could free XP it, but still, even free XPing through the Izumo 6 times, that's almost 1,000,000 free XP right there. No, I don't want to do that. So, even if these ships are a bit on the powerful side, which they may be, they won't be everywhere like a premium ship you could just outright buy with your credit card. So there's also the issue that a lot of people bring up of consumables. There are standard consumables and there are premium consumables. And, well, actually with the old Naval Training Center, they were actually going to get rid of standard and premium consumables and just go to premium consumables. So I'm not sure if they're still planning on doing that, but that's how that was going to be addressed. But even now, if they keep the same, if they keep the consumables the same way, there's really no problem with this. The premium consumables and the standard consumables, the only difference is the premium consumables give you one more charge and they cool down faster. So the only advantage you get, those are the only two advantages you get, but you can buy premium consumables with credits that you earn in-game. And even without premium, if you do decent in a game, you'll have no problem with buying these premium consumables with credits. And plus, they give these consumables away like hotcakes in containers, which, I still have, I think, in the upwards of 300 premium heals. And these aren't heals that I've bought, they're just through containers that I get because I do play a lot. And granted, the average person will get a little bit less, but still, these consumables aren't hard to come by, they don't cost any premium currency. And there's also the flags that you can buy with either real money, doubloons, or coal. And again, everyone gets coal. You can buy some with credits. And by flags, I mean signal flags. You can buy them with coal in the armory or credits, and I believe there are some you can buy for credits in the armory as well. And again, they give these away like hotcakes in the containers. So, if you really want a flag, you can buy it via coal or credits. But again, these flags, they do give you advantages, but they're available to everybody. They're not restricted to just people with premium, or you have to pay money to get them. So this game is a pay-to-something game, but it's not a pay-to-win game. It's a pay-to-save-time game. Because everything that you buy in this game, premium time, premium ships, all they really do for you is save you time. The same way with every time they come out with the new ship line now, they do the preview containers. Yes, you can play the game and earn the containers and get the missions for the ships, or you could pass that time and just buy the containers, and you'll more than likely get the missions to get the preview ships, and that just saves you time. Same with premium time. You earn more credits, you earn more XP, it saves you time. Like I said, there's not very much, if at all, any pay-to-win aspects in this game. And I know I've always said that, no, it's not pay-to-win, no, it's not pay-to-win. I just wanted to fully explain my reasons why this game isn't pay-to-win, even though some people still say it. You still get, you still see people in in-game chat that complain about the game being pay-to-win. It's really not. Even all the premium ships, except for those three like I mentioned earlier, they're all really well balanced ships. Tirpitz, great secondaries, great brawler, sucks at range, eats shells from any angle because of German armor. Bayard, great maneuverable ship, really fast firing guns with a reload booster. It's made of tissue paper, doesn't have that great of range. Jean Bar, up tier 8 hull, still has the tier 8 armor and tier 8 health, and is going to be in tier 10 games most of its life. Georgia, amazingly fast battleship, great secondaries. Guns are fairly accurate, but it only has 6 of them. Citadel the size of New York State, can easily be citadeled. Stalingrad, like I already mentioned, sides are made of tissue paper. What's another Missouri, Iowa. It's an Iowa class, big citadel. Doesn't have the same hill as the Iowas. West Virginia, down-tiered Colorado class battleship, doesn't have the torpedo protection, has a really easy to hit citadel. It's slow, barely any AA. Musashi, no AA whatsoever. Well, it does have some AA, but it's almost none. Less Sigma, sits higher in the water, easy to citadel. Lord, I could go on and on and on. And again, some premiums are closer to overpowered than some other ones, like the Musashi. Yes, when it's top tier in a game and it's got a bunch of tier 7 ships to play with, it's going to be kind of painful. But again, like I said, it sits high in the water, it's easy to citadel, barely has any AA. Turrets turn at the same rate that glaciers move. And again, it's all balanced, in my opinion. It's not perfectly balanced, but it's not like you can go and buy a Georgia and then just curb stomp everyone. It's not like that. You know, and again, some ships, they have problems. Some ships, Wargaming takes their dear sweet time in addressing these problems, like the Conqueror. But in the end, they eventually get around to doing it. But again, you know, sometimes it just takes forever for them to do something about it. But nothing's really game-breaking, in my opinion. And my final point is that this game is a free-to-play game. There are people who have played this game, haven't spent a penny on it. And I commend them, because they're some very patient and very grindy people. And they need to make money. Wargaming needs to make money somewhere in order for this game to continue to function. You gotta pay the staff. You gotta pay to get the servers up. You gotta pay the devs to make new stuff. It costs money to run a game like this. And I'm more than happy to give them that money because I enjoy this game. I really do, but for all its problems that it does have, I really, really enjoy it. So I guess you could say I'm biased to it, but that's what my opinion is. That's my argument, and that's my evidence, if you will, for this game not being pay to win. Although, like I said, I do say there are those 3 ships, Belfast, Kutuzov, and the Julius Caesar. They are fairly OP, and I will give you those 3, but like I said, you can't really buy those 3 anymore. And really, how often do you run across those 3 in game? Not often. I mean, heck, I almost think about recording every time I see a Caesar in game, which is barely any, unless I play with someone who has it. But you really do not run across those ships very much anymore. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. We're on our way to 4,000 subscribers, and we are well on our way there. We are under 300 away from that goal, and I cannot thank you guys enough for that. We're about to be under 200 away from it here pretty soon. So alright guys, hope you're having a wonderful Monday. It's back to work for me today, so yeah, I gotta do that. So anyway, hope to see all you guys in the next one.